young brother, do you really want help? Now, there's men that can be able to come behind you to be able to give you a blueprint. And then as you go to that blueprint, a guide that you can follow to go about building the man that you need to become, right? But the question and the thing that I asked that earlier was, do you really want help? It's because you can get into a community of gentlemen who really wants to pour into you, but if they're pouring and you're not receiving, they're not going to continue to pour into a vessel that is not going to reap the benefits that they're looking to receive back. So any man that pours into a young man to give them guidance or give them tools that they can be able to use, they expect an ROI, which is a return on their investment, because they want to make sure that the information is being received and they're not just throwing stuff onto a wall. See what I'm saying? So it's like, why would I give information, time, energy, and effort to someone that just wants to go do their own thing, that just wants to go do trouble, that just wants to go do things that doesn't make sense? But then when they faces hit up against the wall, they want to come back and say, hey, look, I need your help. It's too late. No, it may not be too late, but it's just one of those things like, we've been here before. But my goal from an older gentleman to a younger gentleman, it would be saying, why you have to go about hitting your wall or hitting your face on the wall or hitting something hard or hitting a tough challenge to really want to say, hey, I need your help. Man, it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay that if you don't know how to ask for help, that's what we're looking to do. So the goal is for today is to help you identify the community that is right for you to make sure that you can help you with this blueprint and then be guided along the way. So your blueprint is, who are the men that I need to, or what is the community that I need that is going to help me, give me the right blueprint that I need to be able to go from boy to young man to a man. From boy to young man to a man, because each man has a particular set of ways that they actually go by to help them become the men they are today. Now, like we talked about in other previous videos, is that we're right now we at number 5, right? So we shouldn't be at a place of I'm still blaming. Now, if it's there, like at the low part of you, then that's okay. But we need to really work towards getting it out of you, where it's like when something comes up and a person says something about your father not being in your life, you turn into like an emotional bomb that's ready and ticking to go off. I don't want you to be that way. So we have learned some things up to this point where it should have added to our bank of growth, added to our bank of direction. So let's go back to our community. So our community should be providing us with a blueprint that's going to help us become the man that we want to become. So if it is helping us, then stay in that community. Don't go outside the community looking for something different because it's so good over here. Don't do that. Say, man, it's good over here. These gentlemen are teaching me things. They are showing me things and what not to do, how to raise my family when I have a family, if I think about having a family or not, how to talk to people, how not to talk to people, how to demand respect from people, how to command respect from yourself. And just know that from blueprint, now it has to go to the path or the journey. Because once you have the blueprint, they're giving you a blueprint. Now you have to walk this thing out daily. Daily commitment on building your character. Daily commitment on how to speak, how to communicate with others. Now, right now, what I'm starting to see with young men is that it's a communication barrier. They don't know how to communicate how they feel. That is okay for now, but as you get older, you want to make sure that you transition to learning how to communicate how you feel and not having to shut down or not want to talk to somebody because you don't know how to express yourself. That is not the goal. That is not the way to live. And that is not the thing that I want you to do. You be like, oh, I don't need to learn how to communicate right now. You do. It's best if you learn early so you don't have to learn then. I've never seen never seen somebody say, hey, I'm excited that I learned something today that I should have learned back then and I should apply back then. I never heard that. I heard we need to learn it now so I don't have to have this issue down the road. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted you to get all the tools that you can receive, all the information you can receive, all the nuggets you can receive, so you can be able to go out and attack life. So find your community. So we talked about the blueprint, we talked about the path that you need to get on. Now we need to go about identifying what kind of character that you want to have in this community. What kind of people that you want to make sure that in this community that is going to help you develop your character the right way that you need to develop it. You know, so where do you see a man? The way you select your community of men is that you need to, one, you can identify the character and the men based off how they carry themselves, how they talk to people, how they walk, and then also if they go to church or not go to church. But also another thing is about church is it's about the characteristics of the word. Are they showing the characteristics of God the way that you should be showing them? You see what I'm saying? Because the reason why I said church or not church, because there's some people that go to church that, or men that go to church that really don't show the characteristics of Christ Monday through Saturday. So you have to understand, is this person right for me? Now, there's people who don't go to church that shows characteristics of Christ. So you have to make that assumption. You have to make that idea. You have to make that decision. So I ask you today, are you in the right community that's going to help you be the man that you want to be?